Hey guys, welcome to another Ijeffreys. Today's topic, top 5 underrated games. I either felt these games didn't receive enough recognition when they were released, or even if they did receive a lot of recognition, it suffered unnecessary hate. So, without further ado, let's begin our countdown at number 5. Alright, at number 5 we have Destroy All Humans. Now, I really love this game series. It's hilarious, it's fun, it's running around killing people, but it's never really got the popularity I thought it deserved. Now, I'm going to be fair, there are a few problems with the series which keep it back. The first one, for example, only had 4 weapons, which one of them was basically a machine gun, one was a grenade launcher, and one was a liquor gun, one was a probe, plus your giant UFO. But I never really understood why, just because of that, it got somewhat bad reviews. People complained that PK powers were annoying. They're not. There's almost nothing more fun than just running around, reading minds, throwing cars at people. Admittedly, the sequels pick things up. The second one, for example, had a ton of games, and the third and fourth ones just, yeah. I always thought that the first one should have gotten more recognition than it actually did. Did it get bad reviews? No, but only got average. I felt it was decidedly much more than an average game. At number 4 we have Resident Evil 5. That might seem strange for a few minutes, but think about it for a second. How many times have you heard someone legitimately say Resident Evil 5 is their favorite in the series? Probably almost never. Well, the fourth one is my favorite. The fifth one I still love. Okay, I get it. It's not all that scary. The fourth one wasn't all that scary, was it? Be honest with yourself. And the original 3 scary at all? No. Then again, fear really just doesn't affect me in games. I never really figured out why. Dead Space 2, for example, I just laughed the whole way through. I loved it, but it didn't really scary. And this one, the inventory system. Ooh, it's so cumbersome. I actually think it is better than the inventory system in Resident Evil 4. There, I said it. I also think the story is better than Resident Evil 4's. But Resident Evil 4 is still my favorite, but let's face it, guys. There's no way Capcom can follow up a masterpiece like that and realistically exceed our expectations. But still, you know what else is funny? I like this one a lot more than I like the original 3. Say what you will, but I think all of the original 3 Resident Evils are dated and really need some sort of update. I'm not gonna deny it. What's that problem they have? Oh, co-op. Co-op is so horrible. Shiva is such a horrible AI partner. Well, here's the thing, guys, right? I'm sure it's a legitimate complaint. I played through the whole game with a friend, so it never really affected me. So, I don't know. Like, the only part I really did hate about this game was a bit in the middle where you had to do a bunch of these lame white puzzles by manipulating lights with mirrors. I thought that was really dumb. But still, why does this game get so much hate? It doesn't deserve all this hate. Sure, that it's not as scary. It's not as good as the masterpiece as Resident Evil 4. Does that really mean that it's a terrible game? No. It simply means it's a masterpiece in a different way. And if you do not play this game just because of what a few enraged fanboys say, then you are missing out on one of the best games I've ever played. Hands down. Alright guys, this once again is a personal decision. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, I know, a lot of people are going to be thinking, how is this underrated? But go on Metacritic, look at it. It only got 82. Alright, I'm not happy that they released Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 right after Marvel vs. Capcom 3 either. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 only got 84? What gives? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people complained that it was a bare bones experience. They had no new modes, that the characters all felt the same. The best thing that I would do is go search Angry Joe's review of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It really shows you everything that is wrong with a review of this game. Okay, let's get down to it. Almost everybody said they loved the fighting. A lot of people said it dumbed down from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. As a fan of both those games, I would say it hasn't been dumbed down, it's been improved. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, its controls I felt were overcomplicated, so I like the fact they took out the heavy kick, light kick, heavy punch, light punch. You just do heavy, medium, light. Say what you will, but I think that's a good decision, and I don't think Capcom was catering to its fan base. I mean, casual fan base. But whatever. Now, I understand they made some weird choices with characters in both versions. They didn't put in Venom or Mega Man, but they put in Rocket Raccoon and Hawkeye. Okay, Rocket Raccoon is really awesome, actually. So don't complain about him until you actually play in the game. But yeah, Hawkeye, dumb decision. So I don't know what is up with Capcom making these weird choices to put in the game. But like I said, whatever, you know. It's their call. Not mine. And honestly, it's still a fun game, even if you can't play as Mega Man or Venom. If you really want to play as either of them that badly, play the second one. It's still only $10 on PSN. So yeah. And the complaints about this game being bare bones, alright, it doesn't have as many features as Super Street Fighter 4. I'll go be perfectly honest. I never did the tournament mode. I never did the replay channel mode on Super Street Fighter 4. And admittedly, I kind of sucked at that game. But still. So you know what? I'm okay with there only being a small amount of online options on this. I just want to get in there, get my butt kicked by some North Korean that plays it all the time, and get off and have fun. Like I said, guys, I love this game, but I'm not great at. The only fighting game that I'm excellent at is probably Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Mortal Kombat, but that's beside the point. The other thing about not having as many characters as the second game, that's another complaint from Rob. This only has 48 plus 2 DLC characters, while the original had 56. Well, let's think about this for a second. This game had full 3D rendering on all the characters, not sprites. Now, if you know anything about anything, you should know that full 3D rendering is a lot harder to do than just sprite packs. You can get sprites from other games. The full 3D they have to do custom all themselves. So yeah, I forgive them for having a few less characters because because of how hard it was to make and how expensive it was. Alright? Now, one complaint I do have about this game I thought was really dumb to do. DLC characters are on disc, you have to pay to unlock them. That really, yeah, makes me mad. I wouldn't care as much if they weren't already on the disc, which basically means that Capcom had them completely ready to do, just put them on the disc, and knew they were going to charge for it. If they designed it after the game, I wouldn't complain too much. But they didn't. All the same, this is a wonderful fighting game, and people really need to stop hating on it. It's probably my second favorite fighter of, well, third favorite fighter of all time, second favorite of 2011. So, really, people, Stop complaining. Just enjoy your game. At number 2 we have Dead Rising 2. A lot of people love this game. A lot of people like it. And I'm going to put this for the whole Dead Rising series. Not necessarily just the second one. Calling it underrated once again might be kind of weird. But it sells millions of copies and all that. But I never really thought it got the recognition it deserved. Sorry. Anyway, Dead Rising, I felt these two games are literally my second favorite open world title of all time. They beat out Red Dead Redemption, all the Rockstar games. Just nothing as fun as running around killing zombies with random tools of destruction. And it gets decent reviews normally. Dead Rising 2 got an 8 on IGN. But just think, I would have given Dead Rising 2 a 9.9. The only reason not giving it 10 would be because of a few glitches, which were later fixed in Dead Rising 2 off the record. So yeah, I get it. There was a lot of glitches when it first came out. Slowdown. The co-op was kind of dumb. Two of the same character running around. The multiplayer is messed up. But it doesn't change the fact that it never gets old running around killing zombies with whatever random crap you can get your hands on. And I just don't get it. Some of my people really love this series and really do get it like I do. But a lot of people just write it off as a game where you can kill zombies wherever you want, and not seeing it as what it really is, a masterpiece. So you know what? I honestly think Dead Rising 2 is probably my top 10 games of all time, probably my top 5 games of all time, yet I'm not sure if there's a ton of other people that would say that. I think that's a little bit sad. I really do. At number 1, we have Bully. So yeah, I'm lying. This actually is my favorite open world game of all time. And I'm not joking, this is my favorite game of all time. Bully. If there's any game that I could have for eternity, it'd definitely be this one. I don't know what it is, but it's so much fun just running around, beating on people, just beating the crap out of people, using your slingshot, all your kiddish weapons, and being the king of the school. I don't know, just it's so much fun. The characters are all lively, they all have tons of dialogue, they're all funny, the missions are all creative. They have everything from peeing in the school's Gatorade to to beating the crap out of a giant fat dude. These guys are just also hilarious. It's such a fun game, such a funny game. Literally, the only disappointment in the whole game was difficulty. So yeah, of all the legitimate complaints I've read, difficulty was a pretty major one. Some of it was a little too easy, but other than that, it was almost perfect in every way. Egging people, beating them up. You can even, yeah, really. Yeah, in case you're sure that you can even use dog crap on fire to torment people. Okay, here's the thing though. This got good reviews, mainly 8s and 9s, but it came out. Guess how long ago? 2006. It's I'm not gonna say it's been forgotten, but compared to Grand Theft Auto and Max Payne and Manhunt